It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots podcast.
I don't know if this is the deep dive or not. I saw everybody having the conversation about Casanova, and they were saying something about what he said in the Vlad TV interview and in the paperwork. They didn't say Vlad interview per se. They just said it was some interviews that they used against Casanova.
Right.
I want to take this out of Vlad because it's hard to have this conversation without people saying, "Oh, you're defending Vlad, whatever."
Right.
I'm not defending Vlad. I'm just speaking about pure journalism. I can ask you whatever I want.
Yeah.
You're not getting indicted based off what I asked you.
It's what you responded with.
Yes.
You snitched on yourself.
And I'm not even talking about Casanova in general. I want to have a larger conversation about how for so long in our culture we have incriminated ourselves in the wildest of ways. And the FBI isn't just watching Vlad TV interviews. They're watching Breakfast Club interviews.
They're watching Adrian Broner's Instagram.
Radar. They watching your Instagram. They watching your Facebook. You on Instagram with guns.
Bro.
You on Facebook, fighting people. There's so much criminal shit that goes on social media. I give these people Donkey of the Day all the time. I gave Donkey of the Day to some up-and-coming rapper who made a song about scamming people with the PPP shit, and he was really doing PPP shit. Should you be mad at YouTube for letting him post the video? Is it YouTube's fault? Is it Instagram's fault if you get on your Instagram with guns and the FBI's like, oh shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you get on Twitter and you tweet, yeah, man, just had to fucking kill somebody, you know what I mean? Yeah. Is that Twitter's fault?
Yeah.
Or is it the person who actually committed the act?
Yeah.
And is saying it wherever they're saying it.
100%.
Same thing in the music. We're watching music be used against people in court. We're watching interviews be used against people in court. Yo, how about we just stop incriminating ourselves?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that simple. You can't blame anybody. At some point, you got to have some accountability. I saw Pee Wee Longway. My man Chuck T posted it. I never watched it until last day, but I saw Pee Wee Longway on Vlad TV. Vlad is asking them questions. Vlad is like, so, when did you first start hustling? He was like, hustling? I went to school. I ain't never did no hustling. I went to school. You know what I mean? Then Vlad's like, yo, it's a lot of blue in your video. You know what I mean? You cripping? He's like, no, I just like the color. That's what how else are you supposed to answer that question? Like, why would you sit up there and be like, yeah, I've been gangbanging for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been a Crip since, elementary school and yada, yada. You stop incriminating yourself, people. That's it. Don't be mad at this outlet. Don't be mad at that outlet, because trust me, they're watching all outlets.
Right.
So it does not matter what that person is asking you. It matters what comes out of your mouth and how you respond.
Right.
Simple as that. So I don't even understand the backlash. It's the same thing to me when I look at the Jamel situation. Like, I understand people have a narrative about Vlad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So being that they have that narrative, they want to stick to that, even if it makes them look stupid and illogical.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's stupid and illogical. These people are sitting in these interviews. They're on these records. They're giving up this shit. They're the ones saying all of this stuff. They know there's incriminating themselves.
But there's cloud attached.
We got to stop doing that. We got to stop giving people clout for the worst shit.
Well, that's up to us. That's the other part of it. Like, we have a responsibility too, because we don't listen to the music until you say that you used to kill people or murder or whatever like that. When it comes to like that specific genre, like, we don't care about the, I'm trying to think of other, like, we care way more about the athlete.
We want you to be real. Listen, I'm on record. I remember there was a time
that real shit is bullshit, man.
It is bullshit.
Because it's not real. I don't even like that terminology. Like,
me neither.
You're only real if you shoot somebody. You know what I mean?
There was a time where I wanted my rappers to actually do what they were rapping about, even though I know if they actually did what they were rapping about, they would be in jail. But
who's the top five? Give me your top five.
Top five rappers of all time?
Yeah, you have top six.
I got a top seven.
Sorry, top seven.
My top 7 rappers of all time, no particular order: Killer Mike, T.I., Scarface, Young Jeezy, Jay-Z, Nas, and I'm missing somebody. Killer Mike, T.I., Ghostface Killer.
None of these people are still doing the shit that they rapped about in the beginning that made them popular.
No.
Matter of fact, for their entire rap careers, they've set aside those things that they rapped about to make them popular. Outside of Killer Mike, I don't think he was ever rapping about that in the first place.
Nah, Killer Mike's always been like socially conscious.
Yeah. So my point is that like, we were talking about this on Flagrant, matter of fact, is Jay-Z, if you see Jay-Z in his element, he looks like the coolest person you've ever seen. He's calm, composed, nothing shakes him. Even in the elevator, right? With the whole salon shit, nothing can shake. He's unflappable. And then you see him on the jet ski with the helmet and the vest looking like a goofball, right? You see him walking on the beach, he's a goofy, right? And then like, and I really believe that is because what is cool to us is dangerous. It's not give a fuck. It is essentially like pushing away conventional wisdom.
Yeah, because even what you just said, you called Jay goofy, but that's regular.
Well,
you're on a jet ski with a helmet on.
I'm about to justify it. I'm about to justify it. So like, what is cool is all the things that actually don't give you a career, don't allow you to make money, and don't give you longevity.
Yeah. What
I think Jay is, and I bet you all those other people we mentioned as well that you just mentioned have a little bit this in them. They're guys who are actually kind of silly, goofy, nerdy. I bet they're nerdy. They learned how to be cool to operate within a space, but it's their intelligence and their kind of nerdiness that allowed them to have this long career. There are very few,
even think it's, and I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I just don't think it's nerdiness though.
Maybe we're using different words. I guess what I'm trying to say is
only reason I don't like to say that because I don't want to label things because people shy away from what they consider nerdiness.
That's fair, but like,
you know what I mean?
You consider yourself a nerd for Marvel, right?
Yeah.
I'll consider myself a nerd for comedy. You know what I mean? Like maybe the nerd word is such a bad connotation, but
bro, we're regular.
Yeah, but it's almost like we're regular, but we're also able to look and see what is cool. And I guess what I'm trying to say, especially to like kids who like look up to these like oh, I don't give a fuck personalities, that kind of stuff. It's like you don't want to aspire to be that because those people don't last ever. The people who last and they have the careers are the people that are smart enough to see what works, lock into it, but also utilize that intellect to not get caught up in the clout chase that's gonna end you fucking dead or canceled.
Yeah, you know what? I think the problem with rap in a lot of ways, a lot of the gangster shit became performative, right? So even though somebody like Jay-Z,
it's like wokeness, like
T.I.,
it started out with the right thing, like we should be woke, we should be progressive, and then it becomes performative to get attention.
Well, sorta. I think guys like Jay-Z, T.I. were really reflecting their life's experiences. You know what I mean? Like those are things that actually they went through. That shit happened to them.
Right.
But I think at some point gangster rap became so popular that people just started doing it because it was profitable. You know what I mean? Like when 50 Cent really did get shot 9 times.
Yeah.
Like that shit really happened. Like people act like he made that up. Like so it's like, okay, let me do the most gangster shit because this gangster shit is in it. I gotta have a gangster story to go along with my music. You know what I mean? That, like when Chris Rock made CB4, that shit was very accurate, right? But I think the performative shit now has turned into people who really were doing it, but they still realize it's a lane for the performative shit. So even though they're not performing, they just think they can get on these platforms and really talk about this shit that they did because so many people have profited off of something they were really doing. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That looks like the lane to victory.
That looks like the lane to victory. And if you really went through that, you get on these platforms, you get in your songs and you talk about it, but you're not realizing like, bro, you ain't out the clear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you not out the clear, bro. Like, and it's a weird thing about social media. People act like social media is not like real.
Yeah.
Like for you to actually be doing PPP scams.
Unbelievable.
And then make a whole song about actually doing PPP scams.
Unbelievable, yeah.
It's wild to me. Yeah. To be in the video showing off the applications, all the applications that you fucking manipulated to get this money. Like that shit is wild to me. So once again, man, don't get mad at the interviewer. Don't get mad at the platform. Get mad at the person that's incriminating themselves.
Yeah, it needs to be a little accountability, bro.
It got to be a lot of accountability.
A little accountability.
It got to be a lot of accountability. And listen, I don't, and I'm not talking about Kaz in particular. I'm not talking about I'm talking about all of us collectively as a culture. This shit has been going on for a long motherfucking time, bro.
Yeah.
A long time. How many more people do we have to see the FBI say, yeah, I heard his song. Yeah, I heard him in an interview. Yeah, we saw him on social media. At what point do y'all motherfuckers be like, the FBI is Facebook and Instagram? At what point do you fucking say, that is the fucking thing that's fucking us up?
Yo,
Us getting on these platforms, acting like the shit that we do is legal. Acting like the shit that we did is legal. Hold yourself accountable, man. Do better. You.
Yeah.